Welcome, everybody, to the Heart of the Artist. I am your host, Whisper Poet, and although she will not say a word to acknowledge it, Stacy Dyson is here with me, as always, making sure that we keep it in the lane. I am so excited to interview my dear friend, Tierrah Nicole, today. Girl, I've been looking forward to this for so long. I know I've told you before what an inspiration you are to me, especially since you've had so much going on personally, and you're just rising. You just continue to rise, and it's such a beautiful thing. So I want to give you the floor to take a moment to tell us about your work and what you're doing and everything, and then grace us with a piece. So yeah, let's go. Tierrah Nicole, rock and roll, baby.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So first and foremost, thank everyone for being here. Again, I do apologize for being late, but I do appreciate you all. This poetry community has really helped me grow. So um, I like to say that I have been doing poetry for so long now. It is like breathing to me. It is such a huge part of my life, and it has molded me into the woman that I am today. Um, I am a sister. I am a mental health advocate. I am a activist, and I express both of those through my poetry. And what I'm doing right now, I'm doing poetry full time, and I'm just trying to be in competition with myself, elevating every day, trying to be the better person than I was before. So that's the journey that I'm on now. I'm just living me, living my truth, and I'm a living, breathing testimony. And that's me.
I love that so much, and I do feel like I can't ever recall a piece that I heard that I felt was a negative message. Like, you deal with some tough topics. You're not pulling punches. You're not soft touching anything, but the way you navigate through that is always with a positive message, and I love that. I love that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If there was one word that I could really describe about my poetry, it'll be raw. I don't pull any punches because I've been silent for so long. So when it comes to my poetry, I speak loudly and unapologetically.
I love I love that. Well, I would love to invite you to speak loud and unapologetically right this moment if you are so inclined, my friend.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go.
Absolutely. So this first poem that I'm going to do is called No Surrender. So here we go. I built the home inside my name, constructed a poem that's abstract inside my internal rhyme. Freedom became my foundation. Spoken word was my salvation. The poetry is the agriculture to this once barren world cultivated inside my head that I had grown accustomed to. I guess I cried enough tears to water my own roots. An April shower bring me flowers, so watch me bloom. No surrender. Cause see, my faith was a flicker before I made it fire. So becoming a better me has always been a burning desire. I just lack the fuel to ignite it. And my trauma has always been a trigger before I turned it into triumphs. But once I mastered my peace with these gifted hands, I molded myself into a metaphorical savage with a fiery passion to snuff out any harmful distractions with excellent marksmanship, sniping at any demons the devil may have sent. See, God got my back, and now I don't miss. Now I find my reason to live, so now I can't quit. And with Him fanning the flames of my faith, I know I got this, no surrender. Cause see, my crown is made up of the same hands of the people that tried to break me, but it was God who saved me. So I don't want no refunds of regret, because I wouldn't have no testimony if I ain't had no test. This is bigger than myself. Cause see, before I saw my worth, life was mentally taxing, to where it did make no sense. Said it become more costly, it almost cost me, so I had to change. Cause I almost gave up, but I remember who my God is. See, He did His big when I hit the jackpot when He created this goddess. So call me Yahweh's contender. Cause I still got some fight left within me. No surrender. My peace ain't for sale, because I done been through too much hell, and at that time, chaos was my currency, and that became too high of a price to pay, because it kept taking away from me and slashing away my self-esteem, so I almost didn't feel seen, and I became a fraction of who I was supposed to be, which led to my depression. My mental balance was so deep in the red that I ended up being in spiritual debt, never recharging myself, and I felt empty and lifeless. And once I added value to my life, I became priceless. No surrender.
Ah, girl, like I feel your words. It's like you are speaking the truth out of your guts. This is not coming out of your mouth. This is originating from the root chakra and coming all the way up through and just projecting everything.
Absolutely.
You give me
Whew.
chills. You give me chills. I love that. My peace is not for sale. And the line about you became a fraction of yourself. Yeah. I had the tears going there for just a minute. You know, I always have to cry.
Mm.
Heart of the artist. This is what we do. We cry here. Now, tell me, what is your process for writing? Do you just like literally vomit everything up, like just guts, or are you more of a like a practice right? Like, what's the process? Fill me in.
Oh man, so it's a little bit of everything. Sometimes I just literally just vomit everything up. Like you said, it just comes to me. Like I've been silent for so long, so I'm just really spilling my guts now. So that's why it comes out so raw, because I wasn't always like this. You know what I'm saying? So this is the real me. And also just being in this poetry community with the prompt writing and just hearing other poets, I get inspired by them. So a combination of all three of those things.
I remember, like when I first saw you, when I first met you in Instagram. And I mean, you've always inspired me, and I've always thought you were so much fun, and especially the show that you used to do with, and her name just slipped out of my mind. Your friend that you did the show with, I
Uh,
can't.
Benita.
Benita, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, that show was great. And you know, you inspired me to write a piece, and I feel like I have really seen you on a path, and I can feel the change within you, even though like I don't know the details, I don't know all of that interior stuff, but I can see it externally. I can see you moving through. And I was on your Instagram today, and you have a piece on there. It's a like love something love, and you look so innocent, like
Mm,
untouched. Like that was the face of someone who had maybe not yet been touched by the level of pain that you have endured now. And when I look at you now, you are still that beautiful woman, but there is an element to you that I can see that you've come through that pain. How did poetry help you navigate through that?
oh man, poetry saved my life countless times. When I was growing up, I used to be bullied a lot, and I felt like I couldn't really talk to anybody. So that's when, I turned to that. A lot of my journal entries turned into poetry. Um, I dealt with alcohol abuse, and poetry got me through that. When I had a health scare, my whole body shut down and I had to be out of work for 3 days. That's what I am without poetry. Like I get so disruptive, so I have to have this outlet. It's a lifeline for me. Then now I just recently, have my divorce finalized. And so that was another pivotal point in my life. So I've really grown stronger over the years. And it's like, okay, first is I knew I was doing poetry. Now I know why. I do poetry. It's because I would be a crash out. like these kids are saying now, I would be a crash out if I did not have poetry in my life. So yes, it's a lifeline for me.
You know, you talk about poetry being an outlet, and I mean, clearly it is, but it also feels like to me that poetry is a pathway for divine energy to come into you. Can you speak on that?
Absolutely. So I consider myself a griot goddess. And what that means for me is a lot of the messages and the spiritual downloads that I receive, it comes through me. And that's how I'm able to speak on that. And I'm all smiles and stuff when you talk to me, but when I'm getting into my poetry, that's what that deep breath is for. I'm embodying that energy, and it's not me, it's spirit speaking through me. And that's where you feel, like you said, the chills, and you feel all that energy I'm channeling when I do that. So that's where that comes from.
You have such, for me, your energy is so beautifully rooted and grounded. And I did not know that you were a Taurus until I looked on your Instagram page and I see your moon is in Leo and mine is too. And I thought, okay, this is why I'm vibing with this girl, because I'm a Pisces and my water loves her earth and we both have our moon in Leo. So, like,
Yes.
because I have always just felt that affinity for you so much. But the thing is, I watch people when different poets come into the room, and you are so loved and well thought of and respected by every community. When you come in the room, people light up. They are excited that you are there, and it's not just because your poetry is amazing. It's because you yourself are a beautiful, wonderful person, and your energy is just beautiful. You always bring positive energy with you, and I love the fact that you have turned these traumatic childhood experiences, like being bullied, you've taken that and you've turned that into advocacy and speaking power to lift other people up. I don't know if it's
Absolutely.
because we're creative, and maybe as children, creative people, maybe we aren't as robust as some people. I don't know, but it feels like so many poet friends have experienced bullying as children, and maybe that arms our poetry somehow. Maybe that loads our pen.
Absolutely. It's turning that pain into power. And when I do poetry, I'm a vessel, right? So not only do I heal myself from situations, I'm speaking life into myself as well as those around me, especially for the people who are either going through the same thing that I went through or have gone through it. So it's more than just me, it's bigger than me now. That's how my poetry went from just my passion to my purpose as well, because I know I went through those trials and tribulations for a reason, so that I could be an advocate, so that I could be a vessel, and so I can speak on those things that I went through, because my testimony can be the key to someone else's test.
I love that. Before you came in the room, a couple of the folks that are in here were asking me to, like, who is Tierrah? What's she all about? And the comment that I made was that if you were church, I would go. I mean, for real. If you were church, I would go, because I do. I feel like I am receiving message when you spit, and it speaks to exactly what you're talking about. You're channeling, and I know you always do the breath, and I didn't know exactly what it was. I just assumed it was like a grounding, getting yourself into the headspace. But I
Mhm.
love the fact that it's opening that channel.
Exactly. Exactly. It's to calm my nerves, it's to center me, and also to embody this piece that I'm about to do, because I don't want people to just to hear my words. I want people to feel them.
Yes, yes. Well, I mean, I always do. You always get me in all of my chakras. So I invite you to jump into the next piece. I can't wait.
Okay. So since we were talking about why I do poetry, I'm going to do this piece. It's called Know Thyself. It's one of my older pieces. All right, here we go. I am a queen. And it took me a long time to realize this because I suffer from low self-esteem. It was the roughest patch of years for me. I would get used, verbally abused, ostracized, criticized, and ridiculed. I felt like I had no one to talk to. Every night I cried, my feelings I would hide. I was so deep down in depression that no one knew that I was on the verge of committing suicide. I felt alone, and I thought to myself that maybe this world would be a much better place if I was gone, because I was sick of it. I was sick of my life being constantly judged, but not being a little bit pretty and perfect. No life at all seemed much more worth it. But one day, God came before me and had this to say. It hurts me to my heart to see a child of mine suffering this way. And worse, you're thinking about throwing your life away. If nothing else, remember this. Nothing is more precious than your life, so cherish it. And I thought about this. And I said, you know what, God, you're right. There's nothing more scary than taking one's life. Once it's realized, God had placed an angel before me. And this angel didn't need any halo or wings, just a pen and paper to express my feelings. God gave me a savior, which was a gift of poetry. Poetry was a way for me to testify, to vent. It was a way for me to free myself from those darkest thoughts so I can be released from my self-resentment. Because no one should ever have to feel this way. So I have this to say. Ladies, know your worth. We come from royalty. It's in our DNA. We are worth more than diamonds, which is considered to be the hardest material known to man, but not as hard as breaking down the walls of barriers that have been put up by a girl who's been through more hell than she can withstand. Diamond, a precious jewel that's measured by the 4 C's. Carat, clarity, color, and cuts. Yes, cuts. Like the slits on the wrist, which is something that a girl might turn to when she's just about ready to give up. Self-inflicted pain, the reflection of the inflicted pain caused by her peers. Blood-stained tears are the only thing that she can think to do to soothe her tormented soul because it feels like her life has been spun out of control. Diamond, graded on a scale of 1 to 10, which is how we're graded time and time again on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the so-called ugliest and 10 being the most good looking. You see, life for me just felt like one big beauty contest, like a shell covering a pearl, only seeing us on the outside without giving the contest on the inside a chance to manifest. And a ruby, what a fine piece of jewelry, was equivalent to how we can be looked at in the streets, like a piece of meat or an arm piece, taught to be seen and not speak. Well, I say enough is enough. It is time for us to come together, ladies, and step up. No longer will we tolerate being seen as that thick slab of meat just sitting there waiting to be eaten. No, we are women who are tired of being physically, mentally, and emotionally beaten. Let our stories be heard around the world that we are queens, girls. We are worth way more than any amount of diamonds, rubies, or pearls. We are children who deserve nothing less but the best, and we demand respect. We are blessed, we are strong, and we are beautiful, and we are God's gift to this earth. And I'm telling you right now that there's nothing more remarkable than a woman who knows her worth. Whew.
Oh, let's go. Yes. Oh, man. I just. Tierrah, I don't even have words for how powerful your words hit me. Like, I get chills over my entire body when I am listening to you. It's like church. It's like church. And I feel like, and I know a lot of people say this, you meet people and they're meant to come in contact with you. There's like a reason why you come in contact with people. And you have been very important for me. And I know you don't even probably even know that.
Mm.
I'm not going to cry, Stacy. Um, but you have. And I'm sure I am not the only person who has been inspired by you. Um, is there a time when you've had someone approach you after a performance and they shared something that just really blew your mind?
Absolutely. I realize that I have that energy where it'll be just some random person I've never met before in my life ask, "Hey, can I sit next to you?" And they see, they are telling me their whole life story. And they was like, "I don't know you from a can of paint, but thank you. I just need to get that off my chest." And that is such a blessing because a lot of times people just need for you to just listen to them, because they don't feel heard. So I feel so proud that I can be that safe space for someone to come to me and just spill their guts. Or after a show, I've had a girl say, "Hey, I felt uncomfortable about my body for so long, but after your performance, I feel so much better because of you." That blessed me. That blessed me so much. So that let me realize, okay, T, you need to keep this up because you out here saving lives, girl. You ain't saving just your life, you saving somebody else's. So that's always a blessing for me.
Do you have advocacy with young women, like teenage young women?
This poem was created for young women. I was actually asked to perform at a conference, and the theme was "I am worth more than diamonds, rubies, and pearls," and that's where this poem comes from.
I just had an image in my head of you in mentorship with like teen women, teen girls,
Mm.
and God knows we all need an advocate at that age because we just struggling. Everybody's struggling, and I think it's even harder now. Um, and so it's something I feel like we can do as poets is to share what we've learned to try to support them and lift them and let them know that they are queens in the making and you know don't don't let your crown get dingy for anybody.
Woo, say that.
So self love. When did you learn self love?
Mm. Woo. Oh man. You know, I thought that I've learned it before, but after this divorce, I'm really learning it now. I'm really living in it now. I was saying it first, but now I'm living it, and that is a huge difference. That's where this glow up come from.
I love that. What was one of the things that has surprised you in your post trauma life?
The thing that surprised me are the blessings that are coming my way after it. Like, it doesn't feel like a loss to me. It feels like a gain. I'm gaining these blessings because I had to let go of something that was holding me back. So that's been the biggest surprise to me. I got out of my comfort zone. I got out of that stagnant mindset. And I'm going to just say this quote that I heard Denzel Washington say. He said, "In order to get something you've never gotten, you got to do something you never did." And me stepping out on faith was the best thing that ever happened to me.
If you could give a piece of advice to people who are new, because we see new folks coming into the community all the time, new faces on Instagram, and kind of watch them try to figure out how everything works. What is this all about in here? If you had advice you could give to new poets coming in, what would that be?
Stay true to yourself and to your craft. Because just like it's a lot of drama and stuff that be happening on the outside, it's a lot that be happening online too. So don't get caught up in that. Stay true to yourself. The same person that you came in, unless you're elevating to become better, don't get caught up in all the fluff. Stay true to yourself and to your craft. That's what I would say.
Absolutely. And that is excellent advice. Um, there's lots of opportunity out there. Sometimes it's hard to know which is the right way to move. But you're right. If you keep your mind on that internal barometer, that internal compass, and let the divine flow in, you'll go in the right direction.
Absolutely.
I love that. So you have been writing for a really long time and you wrote as a little girl. Like, do you remember, like, what was your first piece?
Oh man, my first piece was called My Struggle. Um, that I actually wrote that when I was 16. My grandmother taught me how to write when I was 9 years old. That was a roses are red, violets are blue. I love you, you love me too. That was my 9 year old self. But my 16-year-old self, I wrote a poem called My Struggle.
I love that. Do you still have it? Would you like to share it?
Let me see. I gotta knock the cobwebs off of this one. Hold on.
Right.
Let me see if I have it. I don't know if I have it in mind.
And I love the fact that your grandma was the one who taught you that. The grandma love,
Absolutely.
the grandma love among the poetry community is strong. It's a real thing.
It really is. And I do not see that one in my files. I apologize. I probably got it written down somewhere.
No worries. I mean, no apologies. But I would have loved to have heard the inception of your genesis as a poet. That would be amazing. I When I was on your Instagram, of course, I heard "Don't Police My Pen," and that is absolute, just just fire, just absolute fire. And I don't know if that's one that you had planned to read today or not. Good. I was going to ask, can we please request that one, because it is just, it's amazing. That's a barn burner right there. What was the genesis of that poem?
Oh man, the genesis of that poem, she popped in the room. I call her my big sis, my sister, AK Angel Kim. She be coming with the prompts, and literally, I took like the prompts that she had for that theme, "Don't Police My Pen," and incorporated into that piece. So
Wow,
shout out to Angel Kim for that.
love that. And AK is amazing. I mean, she's just coming into her own too. I feel like everybody's just evolving in this beautiful path, and she is a rising, just rising, 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 rising. She's gonna become the sun. She's just rising so high. I love it. And she also is a sweet soul. We
Mhm.
are so lucky to have so many just powerful, amazing, kind, generous, beautiful, brilliant women in this community. And one of the things I love about the community is the love and respect and incorporation of older women into the mix. Has there been an influence on you of an older woman in the community who has spoken to your heart or influenced your writing at all?
Mm. The woman that's really influenced my writing. I would have to say my mom, because even though she doesn't write poetry, she put me into those spaces to help elevate me. I was never the most athletic, and I wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. But when it came to the writing, when I tell you she sunk her claws and put me into all those creative writing classes, that was it. And she took me to poetry workshops, and also my first open mic experience with Black on Black rhymes. So even though she wasn't a writer herself, she knew some people that knew some people that knew some people.
I love
And
that.
so she helped.
She saw your gift and she was like, I'm gonna enable her to access that, to tap into that.
Absolutely.
I love that. The I think the video from Black on Black is where I saw the "Don't Police My Pen," isn't it?
Absolutely.
Nice, nice. All right. Well, I mean, since we're talking about it, let's not talk about it. Let's be about it. Let's go.
Let's go. All right. So as requested, this is called Don't Police My Pen. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? People tend to fear, mock, and destroy, but they can't control or do not understand, like how COINTELPRO did the Black Panthers. So that's why when they outlaw our stories, we smuggle them in stands. They got the nerve to call us monks. When they see how we prosper off the fruits of our own labor, they the ones that go bananas. How dare you try to police my pen? Because see, the ones who came before me bestowed this power in me, and it allowed me to be a little artsy. This art flows through my body's like artery, so these bars be my heartbeat, no confinement. Because policing my pen is like trying to put me on lockdown. Yet the only binding that's taking place here is in between these sheets, letting this ink leak inside this notebook, pushing my piece purposely so these words can breathe. Then I speak them aloud. You're not going to police my pen. And I refuse to be sentenced to silence while the clerk keep getting acquitted. See, there's a lot of truth that needs to be spoken, and I'm going to spit it. I write indictment in verse because I would not be convicted by the viciously vindictive who only view my voice as less than a cause and more of a curse. I do this for the culture. So I don't understand why you were so hell-bent on policing my pen, because me, without being able to speak freely through poetry, creates suggest resistance in poetry is the reason why I write. It's not a little hobby. It's a way of life. It's how I live and breathe. They say there's power in a tongue, and I agree. So poetry be the calm to my anxiety, and I heal myself in depression through freedom of expression, and I chose alignment over acceptance. So how dare you try to police my pen like it's cuffing season? Doing everything in your power to quiet black bodies because I feel I got you feeling froggy, so you jump down our throats because you got the gun, the badge, and the balls, trying to get your point across. Send a search warrant for my hidden haikus, frisking my metaphors, trying to strip my truth just because you feel uncomfortable. They trying to police my pen, but I wish y'all would, because I swear that day you try to cuff my commas, if my margins become my mugshot, and my similes be a smile, treat me like an outcast, expecting to be idlewild, trying to put a cap on my commentary, hitting out complacency disguised as commissary, but I'm not fretting, because my bail bond be a blessing, and all the while I got God on speed dial, so when it comes to the Holy Spirit, I'm protected. No Ghostbusters, but I know who to call when things get hectic, making my way out of nowhere like Morgan, becoming a free man, so prepare to get shot straight, no redemption for you, son, if you decide to be the obstacle that stands in the way of my escape. Because I'm living for no restraints. Ride the tracks of that freedom train, prepare my journal for the next entry on a new page, continuously taking my deep breath on this stage, because I'd rather maintain peace of mind than be a prisoner of my pain. So don't you even think of policing my pen. You want so badly to dry up this ink, trying to turn my mantras into models, my soliloquies into slaughters, trying to flatline my double entendres, crossing lines so you can turn my scribes into chalk outlines. Trying to twist my future approach into a pastime. How dare you try to police my pen? I guess me being highly favored offends you, huh? Because you the true definition of a writer's block. Yeah, I'm going to keep pulling into my heart sauce because my calling can't be contained. And as long as I'm here on its earth, I'm going to keep pushing my pen.
Yes! God, I love that piece. Oh
Thank
my God.
you.
That's a flow. That's a whole. Now that one sounds like you literally like just had flow. Just wrote it.
Yeah, that's definitely become one of my favorite pieces.
Wow.
For sure.
That one, I'm sure, is brings the house down when you perform that on stage. And I have never gotten to see you perform on stage. I would love to see you perform. I hope that before I vamoose out west, that I can hook up with you to do that, because there's just certain people. You do that for me. I know I'm fangirling all over you. I always do though. I always do though, because I just love you.
Love you too.
Now, do you have any siblings that write or do the arts?
No, I got two brothers, but I'm the artsy one in the family.
Do they know what a genius their sister is? I hope they do.
They love it. They absolutely love it. My youngest brother actually got married in last month, and him and his wife asked me to actually write a poem for their wedding. So that was a blessing. I've never done anything like that before, but they told me what they wanted in it, and when I did it, I thought we were just gonna move on with the program, but I actually got claps. I was like, "Hold on, we breaking character? What?" Like that just like literally was the highlight for me, because I just felt so honored. You know, I didn't ask to be in a program. That was something that they approached me with, so I was truly blessed for that.
I love that. So that was your first commission that you got to do.
Yes.
Fantastic. I love that. So, you've moved on from, Traumaville, and you are now
Mhm.
with your future wide open in front of you. Uh, what is ahead? You've said that you've made poetry your full time. What is ahead for you? What do you want?
Mm, I want to get this book out.
Okay.
Yes, I am working on a book. I have the title, I have the cover, so I'll be working with some queens. They're on my mind. They know who they are to help get that published. And also a dream of mine, I want to perform across the states, like in each state. That is an ultimate dream. Like if I could just have an RV, I would just want to go everywhere and just hit the stage one good time. Like that's my ultimate dream, to travel and do poetry.
I love that. I am fascinated by that idea myself. I think you will find a way to manifest that and make that happen. I have a
Mm.
feeling that you will. I mean, I just feel like your trajectory is the sky's the limit, because whatever that negative was that was dragging you down, you have cut free from that, and you were moving into your time of power, and we get to ride along with you.
Yes.
I mean, how great is that? How great is that? So when you look for venues to perform at, do you prefer like the small local things, or are you doing big things? Like, are you going to Southern Fried? Like, what do you do as far as performance?
Mm. I do the small local things because I believe in baby steps. Eventually, I do want to hit those larger platforms, but I want to build that audience so people can be like, "Oh, who coming?" Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to get my name out there first. So I do have huge platforms that I do want to hit, but I like to do the open mics on the local stage as well.
I love that. Do you see
Yeah.
yourself as a slam poet? Because I feel like the passion in your words would be
Mhm.
electrifying for a slam audience if that was a venue you wanted to explore.
Mm. No, I am not a slam poet. And I'll tell you why, because I would be in my feelings. I would be in my feelings because it's like, who are you to judge me on my trauma? That's how I feel.
Right, right. Not wrong,
You
not
know, I
wrong.
poetry is fun for me, and I feel like that would kind of, I'm like Erica Badu said, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my, you know. So, absolutely not. I love it. I'll go and support whoever does it, but as far as like getting on there and doing it myself, absolutely not.
Hmm. So, what is the biggest experience you ever had on stage with another poet? Like, who have you just, they blew your mind?
Mm.
Who are you fangirling over?
Oh, that is a great question. Man, I just recently went to Columbus, Georgia, and it was the Galaxy of Poets was in the building. I'm part of the Galaxy of Poets, so to see Lene Monroe, to see Enamored Ink, Essence of Poetry, like when I tell you, I want to take so many more pictures. Like it was just, I saw Sunday Jones slow mo. It was, I didn't even perform. I was like, listen, I traveled 3 hours just to watch y'all just be living in y'all greatness. Like, cause not only do I love performing, I don't have to perform all the time. I could just be a fan, and it just felt good to just support my Galaxy members, and then a couple of poets from Jacksonville, because that's where I'm from, they showed up as well, and that was a surprise to me. So just seeing local talent as well as, seeing my Galaxy fam, that was amazing.
And that is an
I
amazing group of people. I love all of them, and hope one day maybe to get over to Nashville to to do the thing with them too. Good stuff.
Hmm.
We have so many amazing, talented people, in this poetry universe of ours. And then when you expand from who we all know in Instagram and go over into TikTok, right? That's like a whole nother universe. And there are just so many amazing people. Um, how do you filter who you want? Because we can expend our energy, right, in every
Hmm.
different direction. How do you filter where you apply your energy so that you don't burn out?
Mm. I like to feel the vibes first. I don't just jump in and, oh, let me put my name on this list or request real quick. Like, no, let me feel the energy of the room first.
Mm-hmm.
And if it sits right with me, I'll I'll join. But if not, I'll just be in the audience. Oh, fire emojis, I just support whoever performing. So it has to sit right with my spirit first. So
Yeah.
that's how I do that to protect my peace as well. Because I'm an empath, so whatever energy I receive, I take on. And that can be a good and bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I filter it out. How does it make me feel?
Yeah. I feel like when I speak with people who quantify themselves as being empaths,
Hmm.
almost always they've had a lot of childhood trauma,
Hmm.
and it feels like there's some correlations with childhood trauma, being empathetic and being in some sort of artistic space. But
Yes.
poetry seems to be really strong correlation, and it creates it creates a platform for some amazing work to come out of. It's like, I'm sorry that we have had to experience these terrible things, but when you see what everybody is creating out of it, you know, it brings light into this world. It brings hope into this world, and that's that alchemy thing. You're an alchemist.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
What was the label you used earlier? Griot goddess.
Real goddess.
Griot goddess. I love that. I love that so much. So
Thank you.
what's the thing that, if anything was going to scare you in the future, what would it be?
Mm. I recently had this happen. Well, not recently, but a few years ago, I had to quit my job because I lost sight of my eyes.
Wow.
Cataract runs in both of my family. And first it started with my right eye. You could see the cataract formed. It was like a solid um like lens over my pupil. And then my when I went to the doctor, he said if I don't get the cataract removal surgery, um, I was going to lose sight of my eyes. That scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
So if it losing sight would be, I didn't, I know I got deep, but that really just made me appreciate the craft even more because you know having to not be able to tap into what saved my life, that scared me. So that would be a big fear of mine.
Yeah.
But thank goodness I got the removal surgery and now I just got glaucoma to deal with. But I'm okay with taking eye drops for the rest of my life. Just as long as I can see my work,
You can do, yes,
I'm okay.
absolutely. So when you have fear about something, does it translate? Does it find its way into your work?
Absolutely. That's why I put so much energy into my pieces. Because it's like, you know how the saying, you don't appreciate it until it's gone?
Hmm.
I felt like I would have lost poetry had I not been able to get that surgery when I did. So it just gave me that deeper connection that I have to the arts. And I enjoy writing it, I enjoy performing it, and I enjoy listening to others do it too.
Yeah,
It just, we just got even stronger because of it.
absolutely. Um, I hope that you never have to deal with any of that but I feel like if the universe throws you a curveball, you're gonna handle it. I mean,
Thank you.
you have been through some serious challenges, and you have come through it, and you've elevated yourself, and you're elevating the people around you, um, with that positive energy. So
Mm.
whatever the universe throws your way, I know that you are going to make something beautiful out of it. You're going to make lemonade out of your lemons always. I know this.
I love that. Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
I would love to hear one last piece before we kind of start wrapping things up because um, I don't. I wish I could remember the one that you did that prompted me to write the one that I wrote that you inspired me. It was something on your cipher with Benita, and goodness knows it could have been anything. But if you have anything kind of from that era, of time when you and Benita were doing your thing, and just I love that era of your poetry. It's just sassy and fire, and do not get in my way because I will run you over. It was great.
Remember what poem? I think it was called Champion. It was a prompt that I wrote to when you see my crown, don't try to tilt it. Shout out to Pyro.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, I figured it was that one because you did something about Stiletto Hills afterwards.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so it was Champion. So this is some old shiggity, y'all. It's a classic. So this is called Champion. When you see my crown, don't try to tilt it. My creed is to follow my dreams, and you don't have to bow down, but you will acknowledge me like Roman Reigns says when he gets in the ring, walking in my purpose with intention. So you know my presence is felt. Wearing my waist beads as a championship belt, symbolizing the levels that I take to elevate. Cause my trauma came in every category, light, middle, and heavyweight. But I am a champion, knocking out my demons one by one after another. So just call me Rocky Balboa. Sit and watch as this eye as a tiger earns her stripes. And like Migos say, hit him with a left, hit him with a right. Cause I'm knocking this shit out like fight night. And I know I may have got knocked down a few times, so I'm not undisputed. But I learned to be resilient as heck, so my dedication is irrefutable. And I got the tools I need to fight back, so you best believe I'ma use it. I got my spirit guides around, so I never back down. You see, the queen in me runs through every fiber of my being, blood and bone. And I've been given what I need to tame this flame. But tonight, I'm becoming a beast incarnate, because you tried it. You tried to dethrone this queen, so now it's time to show up and show out, because can't nobody, and I mean nobody, tilt my crown. So I have several seats, because it's my turn now. I'm taking up my knuckles and busting out these walls like Wreck-It Ralph. So when you see me, put some respect on my name, because I built myself up so much it'll put Bob the Builder to shame. I'm no longer that fragile little girl, so you can't call me the Eggman. And I've been on this roller coaster ride called life, and it had me in a tailspin. But I'm still a champion, a queen walking in her grace, and I'm a consistency talk about self love and self worth till I'm blue in the face. You see, I am a champion for mental health. And I love myself so much. Now either respect it or I'm gonna go fast like Sonic and leave your ass in the dust. And I know I mentioned some game character names, but I don't play by me. Cause respectfully, I'm gonna fight for my peace, regardless of the loss. Cause I am a champion queen who will defend her title at all costs. And I'm nowhere Ross, but I've been pushed to the limit. Yet I put my pride to the side and I'm outside riding around again and spreading self-awareness. So when you see this queen, you better come correct when you step. Cause I am my own champion in this. Who rocks her waist beats as her belt, who walks intentions so her presence is felt, and who's got a good head on her shoulders so her crown would never tilt. Just think of me as a rose in a flower garden who petal will never wilt at the slightest breeze. So check yourself before you wreck yourself and proceed with caution before you approach this queen.
Yes! That's the one. That's the one. I heard that and that absolutely lit me on fire.
Yes.
Proceed
That
with
is like it.
caution. That's it.
Proceed with
That's it.
caution.
So, we have some amazing people in this room. I think just about everybody and I know that you have done collaborations and have helped them, they've helped you. What do you see as, um, like, what's the limit? What's the limit of what we can achieve? If we're all women collaborating together, what can we do? How can we move this world in a more positive direction than where it is right now?
Mm. Stronger together. When I tell you, like, we get together, it's just, we are a force to be reckoned with. And I just feel like it would be infinite possibilities when it's more, just connection versus competition. You know what I'm saying? Connection
Yes.
versus competition. It's going to win every time. You know what I'm saying? So it's just numerous amount of possibilities that could be reached once we work together. So I'm just so grateful for the women in this community that I have met. I have a blood family, but now I have a poetry family because of the people in this community. And it is, whew, it is something to be awe-inspired about. It really is. It really, I have grown so much as a person because of the influences I've had and the circle and community of women that I have surrounded myself with. So I'm
Yeah.
so blessed.
I love what you said about it's not a competition. Like we are better together when we're not trying to compete. We're just lifting each other up. I just feel like speaking the positivity with each other, putting that good energy into the world, like that is everything. And I feel like you do that so beautifully. You're a leader.
Absolutely.
You are a
Whew,
leader. You are a leader.
thank you.
Did
Thank you
you
so
know
much.
that like as a child, right? You got bullied, you went through all this stuff. Did you know that you were a leader when you were a child?
Absolutely not. I was asking the question, why? But now I know the why. I know my why now.
Hmm.
I didn't know. I was like, God, why are you doing this to me? Like, I felt like I was being punished. But now I look at it as preparation.
Hmm.
It prepared me for this.
You are so in your energy now. Like I don't, you know, I don't know how to describe it, and you probably feel it. Like, do you feel like you're in the flow? Are you in the flow of the universe right now? Because you look like
I
you are. You seem
am.
like you are.
I am. When I tell you, I feel it all up in my shananas, my chakras, like here.
Yes.
Ever since I popped up on this screen, it's just been just, I am beaming right now. If I can feel my energy, I know y'all feel it through this screen. Like, it's just,
Isn't that a thing? Like when you are in the flow of the universe and you're doing what you're meant to do, you know, you are on the path that the divine has for you. What does that feel like for you? I know I've felt it. I've been in that space before, but what does that feel like for you?
freedom. It feels like absolute freedom to be walking and living in purpose. And for other people to feel it too, that's a plus.
So
That's a plus.
how do you see as a way that you can help other people if they are in that space where they want to find that for themselves? How would you encourage other people to find that for themselves?
Mm, I would ask them, what is your why? What is your purpose? And once you tap into that, that is the most powerful feeling. Because it's a lot of people that spend their whole lifetime trying to figure out what their purpose is. And I found that. And that's why I'm on this frequency that I am now. So I would ask that person that, do what makes you feel good. Do something that feeds your spirit. Damn what anybody else has to say or think about it. Once you stop and let that go, baby, that's like spreading your wings
Yeah.
and them chains popping off. Living your truth, walking your purpose, be the person that you want to be the change you want to see. If you in a situation where it's not feeding your spirit, baby, it wasn't meant for you. Some people are in your life for a season. You know what I'm saying? So you let go of anybody and anything that is not, just benefiting you in any way, like spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Keep that cup full Don't pour from an empty cup. Don't apologize for being you, and find out what your why is. Tap into that purpose and you step in it 10 toes.
That's it. I love that. That is the most beautiful advice, and it's so true. I mean, just, and I think you are an example of what can happen when you do live in that purpose. Because, I mean, I don't even know anybody could look at this and not see that you have just got positive energy beaming off of you. It's fantastic. I love it. I'm getting a glow up from it myself. So tell
Absolutely.
us, like, tell everybody where you can be found, where they can tap into your work, your performances. I know you're working on a book. Tell us how to find you.
Absolutely. So y'all see this name, Tierrah, Nicole. It is the same on my IG. Just add the underscore, Tierrah underscore Nicole. I am also on Facebook as Tierrah Nicole. And yeah, just stay tapped in with me. I am online. You can hit me up if you ever want to talk, or, I'm not officially a life coach, but baby, I could teach you some things from experience. You feel me? So
Absolutely believe
definitely
you.
tap in.
And I usually see you, you usually are on 707 with AJ Word Artist. I usually see you tapping into that. I think I usually see you on Gifted. Don't you usually come in on Gifted's live
I
on
do.
Mondays at 1 o'clock on Instagram?
Hmm.
I usually see you on there. Um, but y'all tap into Tierra Nicole because you're an amazing human. Just forget the words, right? The words are just, they are what they are, but you are an amazing human, and I'm so glad that I've gotten to know you. Just all the hugs, all the hugs.
Yes. All the hugs. And I cannot wait to meet you in person. You'll see a 4'11" woman
We're
just
gonna do
coming up to you and just giving you so much love.
we're gonna do that.
I'm a
We
hugger.
are definitely gonna do that. In fact, after we conclude and go off camera, I want you to stay on for just a second. But thank you so much for being here today. I have wanted to interview you for so long, and I just appreciate you taking the time to be here. I know you had a lot going on, so like, thank you. It was funny. I was like on Instagram, like, "Where's Tierra? I'm putting out a call. Where's she at? Come on, baby." So it was
Got
cute.
an ATV on me. Like, hey, have you seen this woman? Like,
I know, right? But we were meant to be
oh,
here together today, and it's been beautiful hearing you. And just like, don't stop, don't ever stop, because you are such an inspiration. So just keep on doing it. Nobody will ever have the courage to police your pen. Trust me, because it is
mm,
power, it is beauty, it is divine.
absolutely. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it. Thank you for hanging in there until I got him on here. Oh my gosh, when I tell you I was scrambling, but I'm so glad. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. This was an amazing interview. I feel full, and you were the one asking the questions. Like, and I thank each and every person that popped up, that shared the flyer, just for all the love and support. Thank you so much. Gratitude.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here, for the heart of the artist, and for tapping into Tierra Nicole. Please follow her. She is amazing, and we're going to see more amazing work coming from you. I know it. You're just going to keep rising and glowing and making us all happy with your work. So thank you. Much love. Until next time, thank you so much.
Until next
Before everybody
time.
takes
Thank
off,
you,
one of the
guys.
things that we've started doing is everybody hit your react button. Throw this lady some flowers,
Yay.
stars, spring, whatever it is you got. But let her see and feel the love if you would.
Yeah, I love this. Thank you, Stacy. I forgot about it. I love this. Like all the little little rocket ships and flowers. I love it.
Thank you.
You deserve all of
Thank
it.
you so much.
All the balloons. I like this little rocket ship.
Yes, and the
Where is
smiley faces. I
there's
love y'all. Thank you.
I love you too, darling. All right. Are we still we're
Thank
not still
you. This
recording.